Testimony to a Trouper, a memorial tribute to Harry Lawrence Burney on his birthday, September the 29th, 2020. Trouper. A trooper is one who acts professionally, as in a play, a movie, or a television show. Typically one with long experience. This was Harry, the actor, the impersonator, the player, the thespian. I first met Harry Burney in 1965 at Bethune-Cookman College. Right away I knew that he was special. He was talented, way beyond measure. On this day of his birthday, we come to reminisce and reflect, to commemorate as well as celebrate. Over the next few moments, we will see Harry Burney as a trooper, the actor, the thespian, the man of God.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Rhonda Rubinson. I'm the priest in charge here at the Church of the Intercession. And I wanted to show you a little bit of the Church of the Intercession, which was Harry's church home for over 30 years. Our sexton Tommy is giving you a little bit of a tour of our high altar, and we're going to wind up in the seat where Harry sat every single Sunday, as often as he could be here, for over 30 years. You can walk this way with me, Tommy. Harry was one of our rocks here. And he was here as steadily as he could be, every Sunday that he could. But the day that was his day out of the year was Palm Sunday. Harry was our Jesus during the reading of the Passion. I will never hear the words, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?" without being able to hear Harry's voice saying them, that deep, beautiful, booming voice filled with anguish and emotion. He was a brilliant Jesus. And he also sang for us that day, every year, Fall Raise the Palms. That's another piece that I will never be able to hear without hearing Harry's voice singing it. So on behalf of Bill Randolph, our music director, who's known Harry since his days with Disney and before, our entire choir, all of us here at the Church of the Intercession, clergy, staff, and people, we want to extend our consolation to Sandra and to Chip, and we want to wish Harry rest. Rest in peace, buddy.
This month shall mark for you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year for you. Tell the whole congregation of Israel that on the 10th of this month they are to take a lamb for each family, a lamb for each household. If a household is too small for a whole lamb, it shall join its closest neighbor in obtaining one. The lamb shall be divided in proportion to the number of people who eat of it. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a year-old male. You may take it from the sheep or from the goats. You shall keep it until the 14th day of this month. Then the whole assembled congregation of Israel shall slaughter it at twilight. They shall take some of the blood and put it in the two doorposts and the lintel of the houses in which they eat it. They shall eat the lamb that same night. They shall eat it roasted over the fire with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. Do not eat any of it raw or boiled in water, but roast it over the fire with its head, legs, and inner organs. You shall let none of it remain until the morning. Anything that remains until the morning you shall burn. This is how you shall eat it: your loins girded, your sandals on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and you shall eat it hurriedly. It is the Passover of the Lord. For I will pass through the land of Egypt that night, and I will strike down every firstborn in the land of Egypt, both human beings and animals. On all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgments. I am the Lord. The blood shall be a sign for you on the houses where you live. When I see the blood, I will pass over you, and no plague shall destroy you when I strike the land of Egypt. This day shall be a remembrance for you. You shall celebrate it as a festival to the Lord. Throughout your generations, you shall observe it as a perpetual ordinance.
Since you're listening, God, please
don't make it hard to know if we should believe the things that we see. Tell us, should we run away? Should we try and stay? Or would it be better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world might be a fantasy, but it's taught me to love. So that is real, real, real to me. And I've learned that we must look inside our hearts to find a world full of love, like the bonds yours and mine, like I'm Mr. Brown, the attorney engaged in March of 1953 by Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune to file her last will and testament. This was the most unusual will I had read in my life. It was replete with wonderful items that she left for us to share, none of which were tangible, all of which were invaluable. And as I read this powerful document, I can see her as she was then, sitting here in this very chair. But her words, her true gift to the world, offers an inheritance of freedom, integrity, power, and victory, and breathes life into generations now and yet to come. Here then is her legacy. I leave you love. Love builds. It is positive and helpful. It is more beneficial than hate. I leave you hope. Our growth will be great in the years to come. Yesterday, our ancestors endured the degradation of slavery, yet they retained their dignity. Today, we direct our economic and political strength toward winning a more abundant and secure life. But tomorrow, a new people, unhindered by race taboos and shackles, will benefit from more than 330 years of ceaseless striving and struggle. Theirs will be a better world. This I believe with all my heart, she said. I leave you the challenge of developing confidence in one another. As long as we are hemmed into racial blocks by prejudice and pressure, it will be necessary for them to bend together for economic betterment. I leave you a thirst for education. Knowledge is the prime need of the hour. I leave you a respect for the uses of power. We live in a world which respects power above all things. Power, intelligently directed, can lead to more freedom. I leave you faith. Faith is the first factor in a life devoted to service. Without faith, nothing is possible. With it, nothing is impossible. Oh, faith in God is the greatest power. But great too is the faith in oneself, she wrote.
I want you to keep your hand in God's hand. I want you to keep your feet on the ground.
I leave you racial dignity. I want my people to maintain their human dignity at all costs, she said. I leave you a desire to live harmoniously with your fellow man. I leave you finally a responsibility to our young people. The world around us really belongs to youth, for youth will take over its future management. If I had a legacy to leave my people, it is my philosophy of living and serving. As I face tomorrow, I am content, for I think that I have spent my life well. I pray now that my philosophy may be helpful to those who share my vision of a world of peace, progress, brotherhood, and love.
God bless you. God inspire you. God dedicate every single one of you anew today to go out and shine.
My God, I pray that 50 to 100 years from now, that this document, this legacy will take roots in the hearts and minds of young people like it has for me.
I've been the dreamer, but oh how wonderfully you have interpreted my dream. You are interpreters. And now, as I stand on the sidelines, as I watch the great throng go by, I want to ask you to take the torch that was placed in our hands possibly 20 years ago and carry that torch higher and higher and higher until the spirit of brotherhood shall have enveloped the world and mankind everywhere will understand.
What a priceless gift she left for us. I'm Mr. Brown, Dr. Bethune's attorney. I love you.